Knockout Women's Boxing Club, and today's tip is all about jumping rope. This is a thing that most people here at the gym initially cannot stand. They fumble through it, they feel silly, and many of us have not jumped rope for exercise since we were little kids. So there's some tips we can give you on how to master the jump rope, become more effective at it, and actually begin to enjoy jumping rope as a form of exercise. So stay tuned and we're going to give you some tips to become a pro jump roper. Okay, so the first thing you need to think about when mastering jump rope is the length of the jump rope. This is one of the main issues people come across when they're having difficulties mastering this, is that the rope is either too long or too short. So the right length rope can make a dramatic difference in improving your jump rope skills. So the way to tell if a rope is the right length for you is as follows. You're going to take the rope in each hand, put your foot right over the center of the rope, bring the handles together so that they're even, and then bring the handles near your shoulder, and this will gauge the length of the rope. If the tops of the handles here are near the top of your shoulders, you're good. If it's much higher, if the handles for me were way up here, that rope would be way too long and there'd be way too much slack for me to bring around with each revolution of the rope. If the handles were too short and they were underneath my armpit, the rope would be a lot shorter and it would cause me to have to almost duck under the rope and speed up quite a bit. So again, the adequate length here, handles together, right near the top of your shoulders is the best bet when you're picking a length of the rope. Challenge here comes in is most health clubs have just ropes laying around of various sizes. So you may or may not find the right length for you. But if you do want to invest in your own rope, there's a great rope out there that we recommend to everybody, and it's called the Buddy Lee Jump Rope. The awesome thing about this rope is that it's customizable to your size. So depending on your height, you can cut the actual rope so that it's a perfect length for you. The other awesome thing about this rope is the swivel bearing technology. So this thing spins so smoothly as you're jumping, and it helps having a nice smooth revolution as you're jumping rope. Now you don't have to go out and buy a Buddy Lee jump rope if you don't want to. You can, shop around and maybe find one that's already, cut to length and might fit you. But if you are looking to get better at jump rope and you want something that's perfectly customizable to your height, again, Buddy Lee jump rope is awesome. We'll leave the link below with some information so you can find out how to purchase those. We also sell them here at the gym. So again, number one thing, make sure you have a rope that fits your height. The next thing you need to think about when you're learning to master jumping rope is where the rotation of the rope comes from. We see a lot of people, unfortunately, in the beginning, it feels very awkward, and they will swing the rope from their shoulder and make this huge exaggerated movement. Again, understandable because you're new to it, but that's not the most effective way to spin a rope. The way you want to spin the rope is position the elbow in front of your ribs, arm is about out from your body in a 45-degree angle, and all the rotation comes from the wrist. So you should be spinning here at the wrist, nice and smoothly, not too much motion at all, versus having this big exaggerated motion from your shoulder. So that's the next thing you want to think about, is how you're getting the rope around you. Wrist revolution here. So getting ready to start jumping rope, you want to put the rope in each hand, bring your hands all the way around the handle of the rope, and position the rope behind both of your feet. Now the easiest jump to start with is called the 2-foot bounce. This is what we make sure all of our students master before they start progressing onto more advanced jumps. So again, grabbing the handles, arms are positioned out to your side, knees are bent, rope is behind you. We start off with a single revolution and a single jump. So it doesn't matter how slow you do this. In the beginning, we even tell people, do one time and then stop and then put the rope behind you again. You have to master that timing of one revolution of the rope to one jump. A big mistake people make is what we call double bouncing. So every time the rope strikes, they're jumping 2 times. So what that looks like is 1 revolution, 2 jumps. So here are my feet hitting twice for every revolution. And that, although okay in the beginning, is going to make you a lot slower and is going to present difficulties as you get better and you want to advance to more difficult jumps. So again, 1 revolution, 1 jump. So the rope comes around, I jump 1 time, both feet leave the floor and land on the floor at the same time. And you can start off slow, 1 time, start over, 2 revolutions, start over, and just build up from there, and you'll see that you'll get more and more jumps as you go along. Okay guys, and just to review again, make sure your rope is the right length. That is the number one thing that is going to help you master your jump rope. Make sure the revolution of the rope and the spinning is coming from your wrist. Make sure that you're jumping 1 time over the rope for every revolution, and make sure you're landing on the balls of your feet nice and soft so that your joints can absorb the shock of the jump. So hopefully those couple tips will help you master jump rope, and in no time you will be jumping like a pro, and you can advance on to more difficult jumps once you master that 2-foot bounce. So we hope that helped you guys, and we will see you next week. Stay classy, knockouts.
What am I supposed to say?
And thanks for stopping
And thanks for stopping by.